This is a small generative AI demo of our thinking at Docugami about how to work with your own business documents, or what we call chat and interact with forests. As a reminder, Docugami is a proprietary business document foundation model. We do not use OpenAI or Cohere, etc. Our family of LLMs are trained on millions of business documents ranging from 2.7 billion parameter to 20 billion parameter models with multimodal inputs in the vision and text domains. We do not suffer AI hallucination in our output, and we support long-form documents of hundreds of pages without being limited by an 8K or 32K context window limit. We are in the market today with paying customers. We are cross-segment, and we sell into the commercial insurance space, financial space, commercial real estate, professional services, and many others. Now, the way we do that is by taking a different approach than what we saw otherwise in the market. Docugami is both an app and a foundation model with a playground and an API. And so when you upload your scanned PDF, digital PDFs, your .docx, your .doc business documents, Docugami generate in a zero-shot a document knowledge graph representation using the XML semantic model for every document that you uploaded. So a set of trees, a forest. Those forests are then in turn used using generative techniques to generate abstracts, spreadsheets, or sent to enterprise storage to start creating single system of records or power sophisticated workflows. So let's look at the demo. I'm here at Docugami.com, and people can get a free trial and upload up to 500 pages of PDFs, etc. to be analyzed. If you take a free trial, you arrive to app.docugami.com. First thing you need to do is to point us to your own business documents. For example, here, we can decide to synchronize your Dropbox to Docugami. In general, people have this kind of semi-organized set of folders inside of folders, or folders containing a set of scanned PDF, digital native PDFs, docx, etc. So we will point to all those folders, and Docugami will start reading them. And if you wait 15 to 30 minutes, you will see that Docugami read all those documents and generated a set of categories here, and generated the names of each categories. So we call those categories doc sets. If I click on one of them, Docugami organized all these documents here in a category called Client Relationship Summary. The AI decided to group them based on their content and their layout. And then we can start generating things. Let's generate an abstract. We're going to start by using a classic user interface, and then we will use a chat interface. So remember, Docugami generated categories of documents that we call doc sets and generated their names. We saw that in the previous demo. We are going to ask Docugami to create an abstract called generated abstract of all my lease agreements. Docugami went and decided that for all those lease agreements, the most important information is effective date, premises address, ending, pay, security deposit, etc. For each document, here, for example, Kansas City, extracted the information associated to it, 1/17/2021, for example. Let's look a little bit more. Of course, the AI is not perfect, and here it picked up a text that seems too big. Remember, we said that Docugami does not suffer from AI hallucination. It means that we can track back or reference every piece of text. So here, by just clicking on this backlink, Docugami went and opened the document from where the piece of text was coming from. We can go simply decide to go and remove it. And then we go back to the abstract. The abstract has been regenerated. And then we can continue looking at it. Looks nice. We can also look at abstract that were generated for all the other documents in the same doc set. For example, here, Conmatics docx, CanCode, PDF. Remember, it could have been literally a scanned PDF. So let's now generate a spreadsheet. Let's call our spreadsheet generated spreadsheet. And here we're going to ask Docugami to go and compare all my services agreement. That's another doc set automatically generate. And then generate a spreadsheet. And voila. Docugami went and picked all the columns, such as work compensation, limit, commercial general liability, etc., that were all important for this particular doc set, and started populating the information coming from all the documents. We said that the Docugami does not suffer from UI hallucinations because every single information has been extracted from the document itself, more specifically from the XML semantic tree that has been created automatically by our foundation models. For example, we can go and look from where came this $1 million value, and we see that Docugami opened the document and pointed us exactly at the source of the information. We said also that we do not suffer from the window limit of 8K or 64K. This document is multiple pages. Docugami will support more than 100, 500 pages. We can decide to go and add more columns to our spreadsheet. Of course, the AI is never perfect. So here we see that we look at the nice table, and we can decide to ask Docugami to go and take this table and put it automatically into the spreadsheet. So we just click on Add to Report, go back to the spreadsheet, and here, let's go look at the end. Yeah, Docugami went and added the table for every single document. Let's ask Docugami to send the spreadsheet to a software such as Microsoft Excel. So this is a spreadsheet, and it has a lot of columns. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Those are all the columns that were generated, also the tables that we generated. So let's use now a chat interface to use your own business documents. Docugami takes a different approach than what we saw otherwise in the market. We call it chat and interact with forests. Remember that we previously uploaded scanned PDF, digital PDFs, your docx, .doc, and Docugami read all of them and generated a set of categories and their names. We call them doc sets here. Those doc sets, you can see them as well into the chat interface. They are here. For example, every doc set here. This one has 91 documents. This one has 20 documents. And when we did that, the Docugami foundation model generated a document knowledge graph representation using the XML semantic model for every document that you uploaded. So a set of trees, a forest. And we are going now to chat using generative techniques with those forests. So let's chat with a doc set called services agreement here. And for example, let's ask the question, which client has the highest liability cap? This is across all the business documents that constitute the services agreement doc set. So this is the answer here. Let's ask another question. For example, what are the typical working hours? And remember, we do not suffer AI hallucinations because we could be clicking here on the answer and going back to the document reference as we saw in the previous demos. We can, for example, ask which client contract expire the earliest, or more general questions describe our on-site service. We will be mixing our chat user interface with our classic user interface to give business users a superior experience interacting with their own business documents. We call it chat and interact with forests.